In his doctrine of Karma Yoga, Swami Vivekananda says that if there is one ideal place before us by the Eastern philosophy, then that is the profound understanding that the goal of mankind is knowledge. We are inheritors of a rich treasure of ideas and inventions bequeathed by our rishis. In the serene ambience of a hermitage in the midst of nature, sages and their disciples delved deep into the mysteries of the universe. Indian legends were one of their kind people who could combine physical and spiritual sciences. They could achieve both internal and external mastery without compromising either of them. Indians pioneered almost every field they set foot in, be it science, astronomy, astrology, medicine, or mathematics. Today, being the National Mathematics Day that marks the birthday of a son of our country, let's see how India takes pride in the realm of mathematics. The phrase that usually described this surpassed genius is the man who knew infinity. When we have a close look into this particular phrase, there is nothing exaggerating in it because Srinivasa Ramanujan was a self-learned prodigy whose thoughts, mind, and the very soul dwelled in the infinity. Srinivasa Ramanujan was not alone among mathematicians in holding divine insights. All of our legendary ancestors who conducted studies in the forest universities were champions who made their way all the way up to infinity and beyond. Our rishis who meditated upon the self and the nature invented a symbol for zero and decimal number system, which is now universally accepted as the best method of calculation. The Western civilization named them as the Arabic numerals since they found these number symbols prevalent in the Middle East. However, the Arabs themselves call the system of decimal notation as Hindisat, that is, Hindu art.
Great discoveries and inventions of which Europe is so proud today would have been impossible without a developed system of mathematics, and thus in turn would have not been possible if Europe had been shackled by the unhandy system of Roman numerals.
Bhaskaracharya,
In his book Leelavati, specifies this particular statement. Kha bhajito rasi kya rahasyat. That means anything by zero is infinity. The logic behind this statement is as much as the divisor is diminished, so much is the quotient is increased. When the divisor is reduced to the minimum value possible, that is 0, then the quotient is increased to the maximum value possible. This is what now we express using limiting concept. From this, one can conclude that Indians worked not only with infinity but also with infinitesimals, which is a domain of today's modern mathematics. Ancient Indians followed the inductive method of scientific reasoning. They had an intuitive insight into the behavior of numbers, their arrangement, pattern, and series. This faculty was seen in recent times in Srinivasa Ramanujan, who also called numbers his personal friends. When he was in elementary school, his teacher explained division by saying that if there were 3 boys and 3 bananas, each should get 1 banana. Immediately Ramanujan asked, Sir, if no banana is distributed to no student, then what will be the answer? His mind was already pondering on the 0 divided by 0 notation that gives confusing and indeterminate results. This incident of Srinivasa Ramanujan's life explains the insight that he had as a young boy and that made him travel all the way up to Cambridge.
Having heard all these instances about the way we had great reverence for mathematical mastery and how our land had been a radiator of such profound knowledge, let's travel all the way back to 21st century. Very recently, this particular article has been published in the Economic Times, which says that there is a decline of mathematical knowledge in India. That means India is losing one of its vital component needed for its breakthrough in the fourth industrial revolution. But renowned experts believe the country needs to significantly improve its mathematic capabilities to be able to use technologies like artificial intelligence to create really innovative and robust solutions both for itself and the world. It's an irony of time that a nation which pioneered in advanced sciences is witnessing such a decline in its capabilities. It's time for us to accept the fact that it's quite easy to dismiss any field of knowledge by saying that it is not relevant to everyone who learns it. However, one cannot judge the implicit values of any subject just by learning it explicitly. Today, we find maths being infamous among students for its monotonous practice sessions. To put more clarity on this matter, let's take an example. As we all know, if one wants to play a sport, say football, for a living or for just putting oneself into a team, then you're going to be spending lots of boring weekends on the practice field. There is no other way. But now, here's the good news. If the drills are too much for you to take, you can still play for fun with friends or have a thrill of making a slick pass between defenders just as the pro athlete does. You'll be healthier and happier than you would be if you sat home watching the professionals on TV. Mathematics is pretty much the same. You may not be aiming for a mathematically oriented career. That's fine, many people aren't. But you can still learn it. You're probably doing some kind of math even if you don't call it that way. Knowing mathematics is like wearing X ray specs that reveal hidden structures underneath the messy and chaotic surface of the world. Math is a science of not being wrong about things. Its techniques are hammered out by centuries of hard work and argument. Our ancestors knew this reality that with tools of any kind of knowledge, especially mathematics in hand, you can understand the world in a deeper, sounder, and meaningful way. Knowledge is the one that lets us to understand the language that God talks. Even among mathematicians who weren't religiously minded, one finds evidence of at least respectful allusion to the dark terrain between faith and reason. For instance, James Hopwood Jeans, a famous applied mathematician, wrote, "From the intrinsic evidence of his creation, the great architect of universe now begins to appear as a pure mathematician to me." Even John Littlewood, a British mathematician, commenting on an incident, he said, "My pencil wrote down the solution as if my subconsciousness knew the thing all the time." And Srinivasa Ramanujam, who had a great sense of intuition and creativity, gives same kind of an explanation for his wellspring of creativity. He gave the credit to Sri Namagiri, a local incarnation of Lakshmi, the ambitious Hindu goddess of fortune. Such kind of an divine influence the divine goddess of knowledge had bestowed on these great men. Recently, there was a study in the UK. It's quite fascinating. In that particular experiment, 10 to 15 mathematicians were made to sit in a room and they were shown some series of equations. Normally, saints, when they meditate, they are believed to have a transcendental feeling. Even artists who are engrossed in their piece of art, they believe to have such a kind of an ecstatic feeling. Interestingly, in this study, it was revealed that the Euler's equation seemed to trigger same kind of feeling in mathematicians. As far as we Indians are concerned, for us, every drop of the knowledge ocean is divine. Though seemingly different, all the fields of knowledge, be it science, maths, or the study of cosmos, all these are amazingly interlinked. We had differentiated all these into various domains just to understand and study each sphere carefully in order to dive through the vast ocean of knowledge. Now, it's time for us to carefully keep alive and collect every bit of it and hence integrate them back into a divine whole. This process of breaking complicated problems into simpler parts, solving each bit of these tiny parts and putting them back into an integrated whole is what called as the infinity principle of calculus. We conclude here by saying that it's our duty today to revive, renew, treasure, and relish the chest of knowledge that our ancestors have left behind for us. This National Mathematics Day, let's conserve and eternize the wisdom that originated from our land. Thank you.